Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Off the Glass. I am your host, Tony Anthony Macon, and alongside me is Myan Walker. Tonight's subjects: the NFL. Is it just one big clusterfuck right now?
Yeah.
Also, Coke Drip Chris. What is going on in Miami? That yayo. And the, what do I want to call it? Alleged model, alleged
Jump off.
Alleged jump off.
Hey, I ain't mad at him.
Stay snitching.
Yes. Why? Why you gonna snitch on your mans like that? That's
Also,
fine.
we'll also have other news. We'll have some updates, score updates from baseball, football, and there's a lot going on in the college NCAA scene.
Not good.
Without further ado, let's start the show. Myron, what's up?
Chilling like a mother. I'm good, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm good, man. It was a great week. Hey, got a new car.
Oh, okay, cool.
Shout out to ABC Auto. And yes, I'm giving a shout out on the show. He stays shouting. He stays shouting people out. Anyway, yeah, got a new car. Some ass.
Shout outs is.
I mean, hey, it's how we get endorsements.
You salute them, man. Shout outs is
Salute.
whack.
Okay. I mean, what makes you the authority on that?
I'm just saying.
You just
shout
saying
out,
what?
Shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah, salute to them, brothers.
salute. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. You're so cool, man.
I'm
You're so
just
cool,
saying,
dude.
man.
You're so cool.
I just don't cock ride. But
Is it?
anyway,
Really? That's the problem.
for anybody
I'm not gonna
that,
say that.
if this is your first time viewing the show,
First off, blah.
This is how we give it up.
Yeah.
On a regular. The show is more so not to be done the way of your normal. Like it's not gonna be ESPN Sports Center.
Nope.
We're not gonna sit here
I may be dressed like an anchor.
and rap to you about
Nope.
how the LeBron James should have went to the hole. No, we do that. We do
Little bit of that.
Monday night quarterback that shit. So,
Right.
But no, it's a little bit more of an edgier show.
Yep.
And
Speaking about edge, I was on the edge of my seat when my Michigan State Spartans pulled out the victory, 14-10. Somebody lost the bet,
well, here's the thing about
but
just
just like a Michigan fan,
about Michigan and Michigan State.
he is welching.
At the end of the day, you niggas have to go back to your sad, boring lives. It's
We're
like-
happy. We won. We've been happy
Yeah, but-
8 of the last
I mean,
11
my thing
times
is this.
happy.
Are y'all national championship ready?
We've gotten much closer to a national champion than who?
Are
the
y'all
Wolverines.
national championship ready?
Not this year, but you guys aren't either because you
Why
just got
would you say
beat.
that though? But see, like,
Because we got too many losses to get to the national championship.
but see, I feel like the end goal.
But we have
but the
gotten
end
there.
goal is a national championship.
But we've been there. We've
Here's
been much
where-
closer than you.
But here's where y'all stuck at.
Much
Y'all
closer than
stuck
you guys.
at an end goal of being, well, at least we beat Michigan.
No, that's not the end
That's
goal.
what I just got
no,
from
no,
you.
No, because
It's
Michigan
so much to
fans,
talk about other than to harp on this.
Michigan fans,
This is the past.
Michigan alumni,
But this is the past.
Walmart, Michigan fan people, okay,
It's-
are always obnoxious. Y'all sore winners and
not
sore
really.
losers.
We're really good.
Losers.
We're
So
good.
I'm just saying.
We're finished.
I'm just saying. That's true.
You're still stuck on it.
I'm not stuck
because
on it.
Today
You asked me
is-
how my weekend was.
Today is
we
Wednesday.
won.
I didn't say
I'm good.
weekend. I did not say
You
weekend.
see how I was doing. I'm doing great
Okay, cool.
because
You
Michigan
went
State
to
won.
Michigan State when there's so much other things going on. So you're still stuck
Let's
on
recap
something
it.
else.
We spoke about it last show. There was a
We
there
did.
was there was a wager.
and no wager was made.
There was a wager made.
What was the wager made?
Whatever in the comments we were supposed to do.
No, it wasn't whatever because you can't do everything in the comments.
This guy welched.
No.
So grape juice.
He didn't come up with anything.
Grape juice welched
you
on the
didn't,
belt.
You didn't come up
on
with
the bed.
anything. You didn't come up with anything.
Moving along.
You didn't come up with anything. Come up with
Moving on.
something. You still have not come up with anything.
In the comments, it was stated that she could dress up like Paul Bunyan. In the comments, it was stated he could put a female headband on his head and sing the Michigan State fight song.
Here's the deal. If those comments were made and someone all of a sudden said, the first comment was made, and this was prior to the game starting, you should wear a romper. Somebody would have to wear a romper. If your first answer, you were the first person that said no.
I said hell no to that. But cool. If I would have lost, I would have did it.
With that being,
because it was in the comments.
No, you would not.
I would have. I said super hell no to that. But
you made more statements. You made more statements as to why you wouldn't do it. You made more statements as to basically you weren't going to do it.
I'd rather not wear female clothing. That's what I said. I said I'd rather not wear.
Okay, cool. I know to me. I'm noted upon.
But you said no to everything.
I get to say no to whatever I want to say no to because you made that happen.
It's not a precedent.
Well, I mean, one thing is too. You also have to come up with a bet.
Last thing I'll say about this is,
before a game,
to your argument, you're saying that you can say no to anything. Then what's the point of betting?
Well, because you make a wager before it actually happens. If you make a wager before it happens and say, okay, this is what's going to happen, which you had more than ample time to do before the game started.
Never bet this guy.
Did you not? Did you not have more ample time to do it? Did you not? Did you not?
It wasn't up to me because it was up to the people in the comments.
And what was confirmed?
It was confirmed that we were going to have a bet.
Nothing was confirmed.
If you look at the clip, the title of the clip says
Michigan State Spartan.
Give us.
You're stuck on this, and we've been talking about this for 4 minutes.
I'm done.
Got nowhere.
Hey, I'm done.
What I'm saying is you still haven't come up with anything.
I'm a winner.
You haven't come up with anything.
Good. Straight. I came up with multiple things you said no to, and you made it clear
that you're gonna say no. Like
you're gonna say no to everything.
I won't say no to everything. I just will say no to stuff I don't want to do.
Because I said on the air before we agreed to do whatever was said in the comments.
Let me just tell you what you did when we first started the bet.
I'm not gonna talk about it no more.
You said no to everything.
What's
I
the
did
first
on the
subject
show.
talking about? We're talking about Jerry Jones.
You said no.
Let's talk about Jerry Jones.
No, we won't.
Move on.
Don't do that. That's
fuck it. I mean, move on. Because you're not betting.
That's
you're not betting though.
That's kitty like.
But
what I'm saying, I'm actually trying to get to a point. If we go do that, we're gonna do it. But my thing is this.
You lost.
Okay.
The wager.
What is it?
You lost the wager, right? Because initially you said there was no wager.
Listen what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Everything I threw at you, you said no to. The first comment, you said no to.
I can't do the ball head.
I said
apparel. You said wear Michigan shirt. I can't do that. That was before.
Oh my God.
That's what we're planning.
And the first thing we did,
then we said
comments. We said comments. And
then the
first thing you did on comments was no, hell no. I'm like, okay.
To a robber.
Well, this guy's gonna say no to everything. I'm gonna say no to everything until I come to something that I'll say okay.
But the thing is though, so if State lost, I would have been in a robber because it was in the comments.
You're lying. You're lying.
I'm just saying.
Come on. You gave too much.
I can say that.
You gave a detailed explanation of why.
I said I'd rather not.
No, you said
if you check the comments in the clip that this guy posted.
You said
I said I'd rather not wear.
You said you wouldn't.
I said no. Hell no. And I said I'd rather not.
I mean, I'm just saying. So I'm saying no.
But the thing is, if I lost,
come up with something
as a condition of the wager, I would have had to wear it.
No, you wouldn't, because it wasn't no
because
condition.
We said there was a wager.
Whatever. We said
in the comments.
Come up with something in the
comments. Help us come up with something.
Obviously, they didn't do a great job.
Whatever, dog.
They didn't.
Okay, grape juice. Let's roll.
They didn't do a
Stop
great job.
Stop welching on bets, man. I'm not betting you anything ever in life.
Welches? Who says that?
Welches. You welched on the bet.
No one. That's like you just made that up.
No, I didn't. Expand your vocabulary.
You just made that up.
Expand your vocabulary.
You just made that up. Welches on a bet.
You welched on the bet.
No one made that. No one has ever said that. You just made that up.
Grape juice.
It's like not even funny either. It's like
because you don't understand it. See how that is? He don't know. He's never heard that.
Corny joke maker.
It's not even a joke. I'm just saying. It's
grape juice.
Grape juice. You are because you welch.
That is like
welching.
It's a weak joke.
You weak.
You mad?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Oh, you was mad. If you read the other comments, he did a whole rant.
Actually, I did a LeBron James quote. That's all.
Also another mad individual. That's my man's though. LBJ. I'm an LBJ fan, so I can say that.
A mad individual. He just
whatevs.
Quoted LeBron James.
Hey, Jerry Jones, right? Jerry Jones.
That's a whack segue. But
Jerry Jones.
We'll get to it.
All right.
In the NFL, there's a lot of things going on right now. A lot of it is based on Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick's refusal to stand during the national anthem has haunted the NFL even after they tried to decide we'll just get rid of him. We won't. No team will pick him up. This will go away. It'll be something we don't have to worry about. Not the case. Over the past few weeks, we've seen that a lot of people are still siding with Colin. Some people are just mad because Donald Trump has spoke out, the president of the United States, has spoken out on the issue. And from there, we had a hell of a weekend. Starting with Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones basically told his players that if you protest the national anthem, the flag, you will be benched. 49ers, there was a 49ers game this weekend that Mike Pence showed up to. Mike Pence exited the game after watching 49ers players kneel. To go even further, Roger Goodell has sent out a memo basically stating that you will be standing for the flag now. They're actually having a meeting to make this a rule. They want to give penalties and fines for people voicing their opinion. And we can go even further because Donald Trump backed him on that. He's happy that
Donald Trump, in his exact tweet was, "It's about time that
basically
Roger Goodell did something." You know who else commented on it? Newt Gingrich said it only took 6 weeks for Roger Goodell to do something, and the NFL have been embarrassed basically for the last few weeks due to this, and he finally decides to do something. My thing is, I still don't believe it was his place. That's like, when you're in your workplace, you can't dictate what I can do. If I'm a Muslim or if I'm a Christian, you can't tell me how to pray. Okay? If we had to say the national anthem every day when we started our work day, you can't tell me how to say the national anthem. You can't tell me how to practice my religion. This is a free country.
Well, if it's a part of the company's policies that you do certain things, is that, if the company has already set this policy, now there's a difference. It's a difference between a policy that has already been stated and then wanting to change it because you want it to work for you. So my thing is this: if a policy puts something in place, because we all work for companies that make changes daily.
Yeah.
There's banks that do it on a regular.
Yeah.
They come and change the way you make sales. You have to go by the selling the certain type of way in which you can follow a 5-step program.
Yeah.
Or a 5-step log of how you're supposed to sell things. When prior to that, you were doing well. Everything was working fine.
Yep.
But they just made a change. So when guidelines, technically, can a company can tell you what to do if they change the policies and guidelines, right?
No. So they can put stipulations or policies in place on what I can do while I'm in the building and while I am, punched in. But
technically these players are punched in, right?
Right. And I understand that. That. But I understand that. So the thing is, if you're going to require that I stand during the anthem, okay. Yeah, but how much weight does that have now? Why did you do it, Goodell? And another thing.
Well, he did it because if you go,
he was pressured,
really
right?
Into it, not even just he was pressured, but in all actuality, from Jerry Jones making that statement, a lot of it was money, basically, because they're saying the 49ers could lose advertising because of Mike Pence and him walking out and people standing behind Mike Pence leaving that 49ers game.
You said kid shit earlier.
Huh?
You said kid shit earlier. That's kid shit. And then Mike Pence, he sees him kneeling, and then he gets up from the game and he leaves.
That's boycotting.
You know, and he tried to make a statement that way.
It's
and
a
everything
statement
like
of
that.
saying, it was a political play.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day. But
he took the opportunity. He got up out of there before the traffic, and he's like, "I'm about to tweet this as soon as I get into the car."
Well, I mean, he flew across country to go there to actually, and you know, he used to be the governor of Indiana, right? So I mean, he flew there just to do that and fly back to the other side of the country. So I mean, here's where I want to go with this, because I want to know. I mean, who do we put this on though now? Like, the players will strike for money, but do they strike for a peace of mind? Will they strike for morals? I mean, so that's what it comes down to. We see players strike all the time. Players strike all the time for basically just self gain.
You know, the thing is, I don't know what the language is in the collective bargaining agreement that they have in NFL. So the thing is, there may be language in that document that speaks to, I don't know, like, you know, if they were to try and do a strike, it can only be for certain things, like conditions in terms of they have to work.
Do the players not really understand that they have more power than the owners?
But you know what? Up until, and I have to say this, I have to eat a little crow. I was telling this before.
Is it just because the play? Before you, I know where you're going.
Yeah, you about to go right.
But is it just? I just want. It's like a 2-part question. Is it just because, or is it that the players are so divided that this shit won't even matter?
Okay, so are they divided, and then is it the fact that do they know they have the power, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, last week when Jerry Jones, when he knelt with his players, and then they stood for the anthem, and then now this week, now Jerry Jones is coming out stating that no one would kneel at any time. And Tone, in the last episode, he stated that, you know, that the prior episode that the owners are slave owners. Okay. And I was like, that's a little strong, because they came out, Jerry Jones came out, he kneeled with his guys, and they were locked arm. Like, they're not a slave owner. No, yes. So now I have to eat crow, and I have to say yes. Because as soon as the heat got too hot, as soon as his money started, they started talking about taking his money and all this stuff, and Trump said, hey, Jared, you're one of us, bro. Stop overdoing it. You overdoing it.
He is a Trump supporter.
He's a super Trump supporter. Now, this week, nobody can kneel. This week, you know, he's benching players who are kneeling. Okay. Do the players have the power? No. They don't.
Why don't they?
They don't.
If the players decided to stop playing tomorrow, or if players just went out on the field and just stood there, the players have the power.
They do have. Okay, let me say it like this. Let me say it like this. They have the power to make the bus not go, because the players are the wheels on the bus. Okay? And the engine. So they the engine and the wheels on the bus, right? But the engine is not guaranteed gas. The tires are not guaranteed air. The driver/owner has the money. And the thing is, football is the only sport where your money's not guaranteed. So that's why they don't have the power. So the thing is, they do have the power to make a statement, and they do have the power to just disengage and say, you know what, I'm not doing it. F you guys, I'm not doing it. I'm going to go home broke, though. Thanks. So that's tough. That's a tough decision.
I mean, could they go home broke, or could they actually make...
They have a couple dollars.
Or could they make another league more money? If you took all the top players and went to the CFL with those top players...
CFL don't have that NFL money, though.
But it would gain that money.
After a couple years, yeah.
Well, I mean, sometimes...
And you think about it, most of the money from the NFL comes from TV deals.
Well, what I'm saying... actually, that's the funny thing.
Yeah, CFL
those TV deals will end in a few years, because of the fact that if all the top talent is playing somewhere else, guess what?
A few years is a long time, though.
It is, but I'm saying is, well, at the same time, if all the top talent is playing somewhere else, for all the advertisers, because that's where the advertisers are going to flock to what we're watching. I mean, think about it like this. There was a reason that what was that dumbass league Vince McMahon put together?
XFL.
It failed.
He hate me.
It failed because the gimmick was dumb, and just at the end of the day, the players weren't good enough.
Right.
And if the players will, at least if the gimmicks work, if the players are good, but if the players are fucking terrible, the gimmick doesn't work.
Right.
And so
he only had like what, 3 teams, maybe 6.
If we looked at a whole bunch of replacement players were added to the NFL because all the top talent decided, you know what, we're tired of being told what we can and what we can't do.
Right.
When we're the reason that people actually come and sit down and watch this sport.
Right.
You know what? Cool. We good. Hey, thanks, but no thanks. We don't want to do any of this shit. Let's leave. Let's do our own thing. Now we're looking at a whole different outlook on everything. I mean, yeah, of course, it would take a few years for them to really establish everything. But I mean, if like a fucking if you got the stations that aren't under contract with them right now, I mean, like hell. If a Showtime knew that money was going to come to them because people were watching football now, guess what? Showtime will pick up CFL games. Yeah. If TNT knew that, okay, Ted Turner will say, well, fuck it, I'm an opportunist. I'm a millionaire too. I don't give a fuck about a Donald Trump like that. I should have been president.
What they do? They go for the Grey Cup over there?
Right, but I'm saying. If the shit was just changed, I'm not even saying the CFL. I mean, I'm giving options that there is an option, and I think that the players are just like you said. People always think about their bank account first, and that's the last thing. Like I said, that's why my question was, are they willing to fight for a peace of mind? And I don't really think that they're willing to fight for a peace of mind, because if they were, it wouldn't have gotten to where it's gotten right now. But at the same time, it is in a big clusterfuck. Because there's no telling what's going to happen next week. And there's no telling if they do install a rule. And if people will actually say, okay, that's a policy, I'm going to stick with it.
At the end of the day, that memo come out from Liddell. And, as an NFL player, you have to adhere to...
Adele.
Goodell.
Sorry. You went to what's that nigga name? Chuck Liddell. I said Adele like
Adele like the singer.
9 10 a.m.
Oh, but the singer is it like hello.
All right. But hey, man, we all over the place with that one.
Right.
But yeah, Goodell.
Whatever.
We'll see. I mean, we'll keep our eyes on this. I'm actually having fun looking more so at that than I am watching the NFL, because guess what? This guy has still not watched a game yet. I haven't watched the snap start. Nothing. I mean, we're gonna update you real quick on the power rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City Chiefs are
undefeated still, right?
Undefeated. They're ranked number 1.
Man,
Packers 4-1.
They look good.
They're number 2. Atlanta Falcons ranked number 3. Super Bowl losers. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles 4-1.
Surprised.
Yeah. Patriots 3-2. They're number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers 4-1. They just beat the Lions.
Yeah, they did.
6.
I was going to say.
Broncos are still out here doing well, 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
At ranked 7.
They had a bye week.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Then you had the Seahawks at 8. Cowboys at 9. Somehow they're 2-3 and they're ranked 9. Just based off of what they did last year.
Jerry Jones, he paid off some people.
Nah, that's just based off of what they did last year. I don't think they.
What they did last year? They made it to the playoffs.
Well, shit, hell, they had the best record. They made it to the playoffs. I mean, they had a rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They're basing off what they're projected to do. Still, they're basically
Tony Romo last year.
Well, no, Dak Prescott.
They had Dak Prescott at the end of the year. They had Tony. They started.
No. Yeah, your credibility is shot up right now, man.
No. Hey. Like I said,
get him the fuck out of here.
I forgot. Yeah, it was that whole debacle.
And see, this goes into my whole thing about how I usually don't make fucking bets with people who don't actually watch football.
And you lost.
Yeah, it's cool, but that's what happened when people who don't actually watch football. They always got something to say.
My fault. Tony Romo's been the coach there for 1,000 years. Last year it was a contract situation, and they had Dak Prescott, blah. They didn't, whatever.
But
Pittsburgh Steelers number 10.
We're not finished. Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers number 10. I was gonna say we're not finished with the whole Jerry Jones issue and so forth. Because you know why? And Donald Trump and all of them, Jamil Hill,
Go green, Spartan.
Michigan State Spartan, also Detroit native,
ESPN anchor.
ESPN anchor. Did she go to Mumford? I think she went to Mumford.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, went to Mumford. Well, she's been suspended by ESPN for her comments made against Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if you guys remember, we spoke about it, or did we speak about? We spoke about. Well, no, I don't think we spoke about it. But she made comments about Donald Trump being a white supremacist.
Right.
2 weeks ago. Well,
It
they
was
didn't suspend her.
3 or 4 weeks. Yeah.
It was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But
Right.
a lot of players, a lot of ESPN staff was in support of what she said, and they weren't going to just jump in and do the Sports Center show if they suspended her that day. Well, 2 weeks later, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks later, whatever it was, I can't remember how long ago. It was like it was early September, mid-September. Anyway, it goes. She's now making statements on Jerry Jones in which she feels like if Jerry Jones is going to bench his players, well, she tweeted, people should boycott the advertisers for Dallas Cowboys. Well, unfortunately, that went against the ESPN social media guidelines. And she has now been suspended for 2 weeks. I think Michael Smith has supported her co-host, and so forth, but
Who's he with? I should have watched. His and hers today.
I don't. Well, see, the thing is I don't even watch.
Right.
Well, you know, they do. I don't know if they still do his and hers. I know
It was his, hers, and then they went to another.
Well, they host Sports Center.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know if they do his and hers still, do they?
Like I said, I don't.
Okay, I think they still do it as a podcast, maybe like in their spare time. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't watch ESPN.
Okay.
However, I don't watch ESPN. I'm gonna watch it for NBA because you know why? Some people are calling for a boycott of ESPN because stand with Jamel. What do you say?
I say, shout out to my homie, OC. He posted this on Facebook. He was like, Jamil Hill should go to Netflix with her own show, and you know what? I agree with that.
But is she big enough to do so? I mean,
Yeah.
I put it like this.
Yeah.
And because I feel like this. I feel like either I was thinking a bunch of things. I was thinking, hell, if you got a big enough following, you can do a lot of shit without a network right now.
Right.
If you, that's what we're trying to get.
Yeah.
But if you also, there's Fox Sports. I mean, hell, you see the motherfucker Shannon Sharp say what the fuck he want to say on that motherfucker. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to another network.
Yeah.
But my thing is this:
It's multiple ESPN
how many
cats that
people
went
really
somewhere.
fuck with Jamel Hill like that?
A lot of people.
I don't fuck with Jamel Hill.
Why?
Jamel Hill retweeted a statement recently, and some of her comments she done said before. But that Nick Van Exel looking bitch, I don't really fuck with her like that because
Oh my God.
she co-signed a statement that was put out by the Root.com article in which the statement read, our straight black men, the white men of the black community.
Are straight black men.
The white men in the sense of we the oppressors of the black community. Yes, and she co-signed the shit out of it.
So what? We're the oppressor of like all homosexual individuals in our race? or
No.
something?
Are the straight black men? I mean, you would have to read the article. I mean, I could go through the article right now. It's a lot.
Because by me not reading the article, I'm assuming that they're going to the fact that okay, straight black men degrade women and we berate
basically
gay
ain't
dudes.
shit.
Huh?
We go down to the people. We go into the ain't shit category. And I mean, of course, when you think about certain shit like that, I usually say it's the writer is. I'm sorry, but typically it is. And I can't remember. I don't want to be wrong right now because I read the article and I was like, this is hilarious. But you know, at the same time, it made. I don't want to say like. I mean, I haven't been fucking with Jamel Hill ever since like shit back when Hugh Douglas because Hugh Douglas used to be on there with Michael Smith and Jamel Hill doing the His and Hers before it was His and Hers, and they played him something scandalous, and I wasn't happy about that. So ever since then, I was like, well, I mean, Nick Van Exel, she do her thing here and there, but I really wasn't, sold on her.
Anyway, well, you know what? I'm a fan, and Miss Hill, she is well spoken, well informed. She don't take no stuff from nobody. She's a Spartan, and she's good, and she has swag, and I used to love His and Hers. You know what I mean? And so I'm a fan. The funny thing is, when she made the white supremacist comments, it was no issue. It may have been an issue, but she had support. I understand that she was speaking the truth.
The funny thing was, after she made that white supremacist comment, right? Mm-hmm. That's when she, like, a few days later, she posted that article and said there's some heat in this article. She said the article is heat. And, a lot of guys that was turned off was those same straight black males who was behind her about the whole white supremacist comments.
I gotta check this article out, bro.
They was behind a lot of straight black men were upset because they're like, damn, a lot of straight black men are your supporters. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, hey, your feelings are your feelings, your thoughts are your thoughts. You are entitled to speak on the way you speak, but I'm also entitled to feel the way I feel about you. And this situation,
I feel you successfully explained why you're not a Jamel Hill fan. But in this particular situation, I understand that. In this particular situation, I believe that ESPN is only covering their wallet, just like Jerry Jones is only covering their wallet. When she spoke about advertisement, that's when it started talking about that bread.
And here's where I can be very objective, because I am not slightly blinded by the fact that she is a black woman from Michigan State, Detroit, Michigan, Montfort High School. This is where I'm not blinded.
She kind of looks like Nick Van Exel, but she's also attractive. Like she's still attractive though. Very attractive.
It's debatable. But but this is what it comes down to. Now I can be very objective because I ain't fucking with her. So my objectivity goes to where there was a man by the name of Curt Schilling.
Bloody sock,
former pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks, champion. He was fired from ESPN last year because of his social media rant. Yeah. In which he made statements about the transsexual bathrooms, in which should they be able to use any bathroom that gender-based bathrooms or whatever.
Right.
You can use whatever you identify with. He made a statement on, I think he even just reposted some shit, and he caught hell and got fired. White man. Oh yes, I am the objective hater. I come from a long line of objective haters. I am not the originator nor the creator. However, I am one. So yes, I'm sorry. In this one, I am the dickhead who says Jamel Hill, hold your own nuts.
The timing of it, who she was talking about, this is the reason that she's suspended. Nothing else. Nothing else. That is it. A move by her employer trying to save their wallet and save their interests, and they have dismissed for 2 weeks. That's what it was. It's only 2 weeks. A 2-week suspension. Just like you said, to your point, Schilling got fired.
I think eventually
she got 2 weeks.
I think eventually they may sever ties with her.
My thing is, when I come back in 2 weeks, am I going to be happy? No, I'm going to be completely disgruntled.
That's why I say I think in 2 weeks they may sever ties with her, for real.
Deuces.
Or she may leave, who knows? But 2 weeks is a hell of a time. I mean, at the same time, I take that back, because, Stephen A. Smith has been suspended before.
But see,
a lot of people, ESPN will suspend motherfuckers on the regular. But don't get it twisted. Yeah. They're under Disney.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Yep.
ESPN get rid of motherfuckers and suspend motherfuckers with the quickness.
Yep.
They just did a mass layoff in the summer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, ESPN don't bullshit, bro. Before we go to the next subject, I do have to take a piss. I mean, can you got
I'm
you
chilling.
want something you want to talk about? Go right ahead, talk about it.
Since my co-host has a middle school bladder, pretty small. You know, the thing is, what I don't understand about, you know, us folks is we act surprised when this type of stuff happens, right? So Jamil has been suspended. Jerry Jones has made a complete 360. Does that speak to the importance of money, or does that speak to you really can't believe anything that these companies do once they get to a certain level? What I mean is, Jerry Jones, he came out with his people, he knelt, and then he got up once it started and they locked arms. Did he do that because he wanted to pander to his fans, and then he thought it was going to be all good and well, and then when he got back to his good old boy club, and they're like, what was you doing Sunday, bro? You knelt, then you got up and you locked arms with them guys? What's up with you? Oh, my bad. I got it. Let me fix it. And he ran over. Now he didn't completely changed it. Changed it back to how he wanted it to be. And then ESPN take the little attractive young African American chick and suspended her for 2 weeks after they let her slide, after calling the president a white supremacist and had evidence to back it up.
I apologize for
having a small bladder. It's cool.
I apologize for putting you guys through that, for everyone who was just listening.
Hater, bro. How you have a small bladder and then come back right in and hate?
I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Was it about 2 minutes? I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
It wasn't even 2 minutes.
I'll never do that to you guys again.
Yes, you did. It's like the second time you've done it in the series of Beef Stew / Off the Glasses.
So I apologize again.
Man, whatever, bro. See? Anyway. Next segue.
Next segment. Coke Drip Chris Forrester, offensive lineman of the Miami Dolphins. Well, ex-offensive lineman, offensive lineman coach of the Miami Dolphins, had a video that went viral from snorting coke. And he was put all the way out there by his, what do I want to call her?
By his hot girl.
Okay. She was a model, allegedly.
Video model?
Video. I don't know. I've never seen it prior to this. I didn't really do a background check on her, so I don't know.
Live performance model?
I assumed because he was actually one of the highest paid offensive linemen.
Assistant coaches in general.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah.
So I assumed that
he was very good.
Yeah, he was, and so I assumed
49ers, the Miami Dolphins, maybe one other team.
Right. So I assumed like maybe she was an escort.
Four
but
other
at the same
teams.
time,
There's been 6 NFL teams have been doing it for 24 seasons.
We watch what was that NFL Any Given Sunday.
Yes.
Remember Any Given Sunday where the older the coach had Jessica Spano. Elizabeth Berkley was the actress. I don't remember her name in the movie Any Given Sunday, but she was Jessica Spano on
Saved by the
Jessica
Bell.
Spano, yeah.
Yeah. Showgirls,
yes. That was his little thing that he paid on a regular to come through and do what they did, and I just assumed that was the NFL life. This kind of, in a sense, showed you what the NFL life. It showed you what the NFL life is, and this is nothing but it coming to heed and actually being lived out in reality, right? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, she exposed this man. She was the one who dropped the video of him snorting.
But he sent the video to her.
Well,
why are you sending me this, bro? Why are you sending me this?
Well, you have to understand the coke.
You sent me the video and then you threatened me.
You have to understand the cokehead. When people on coke, man, they do a lot of shit that they wouldn't do if they were sober.
Cocaine is a serious drug.
Hell of a drug.
Cocaine a hell of a drug.
He was probably moving. That jaw was moving. He didn't know. It was a lot that he was going through. The nose was close to bleeding.
He videoed himself snorting coke with a $20 bill in his place of business.
Now, as a millionaire, I thought he would at least had a $100 bill.
He just had what was on him. Then he sends the video to his Hot Girl Incorporated date that he dates from time to time, and then
the also who she allegedly she said he sniffs it off of her body. He's done coke lines off her body.
Her exact words were, "He treated me like a coke platter."
Yes. Now before we go on, I am actually going to just say that I am one who that if coke was cool and coke was actually something easy to do, that it's not actually the drug I want to do. However, I would want to snort it off of a body of like when you watch movies like The Wolf of Wall Street and you see Leonardo DiCaprio snort coke off some ass, you'd be like, they made coke snorting look actually cool. However, it's not something I would do because I know the effects of it. But in my younger days, if I would have been one who had
he's susceptible to
coke
peer pressure. That's what he's saying.
I don't know if I would have turned it down if it was an ass like sitting up like this in front of me and was coke on it. And like, I'll snort the coke off the ass. I probably would have been like, nah, baby, that's cool. But who knows if I'd have drank too much and would have been like. But needless to say,
that's a fun
I've never done coke and I never will.
Never will.
Well, I don't never say never.
I can say never on that.
Anyway,
yeah, I don't know where he was going with that. I have no idea what that served. What purpose was that? I don't understand.
I mean, hey, shit. Just
live a fat ass. I might smoke some.
I live my truths, man. Sorry. They always say, the unscripted is better than the scripted.
True.
Yeah. But she's out here. They're praising her as a hero right now, or what do they call it? A heroine?
Mm-hmm.
They're praising her like she did something great as a woman.
Are they really praising her though?
On social media, they've sided with her.
Because she's playing the victim.
She is. She's playing the victim.
And you know what she said?
It wasn't to extort him.
I did this because I wanted to stop the injustices that were happening to people.
She wanted to put out the white guy, allegedly.
Whatever, though. It had nothing to do with anything. This white dude sent you a video of him getting high at his office. And you guys were at a certain level. You guys have a certain level of intimacy that you guys enjoy, and then you betray this old Caucasian dude who sent you this video, who you probably like jiggled his balls or something like the night before, and then you gonna play him to the left like that. Why?
In a sense, it's typical bed wench mentality. See, what happens is
bed wench.
Yeah, okay, yes. Black woman, running around with the white guy, all the money he has, and so forth. He's doing this, that, and the third for her. And when the money runs dry, because that's what the story was allegedly, he wasn't giving her no more money.
Exactly.
Which kind of happened with the same thing.
Wasn't that the motive for everything that we've spoken about tonight?
Kevin Hart, his issues he just happened. What was that? Donald Sterling issues.
Right.
They get exposed basically by the bed wench and Kevin Hart wasn't the bed wench because she was with the black guy, but
because she was the black guy.
It was a black woman that set Kevin Hart up, but that's just
so. What black women can't be black women black on black.
It's not
bedding.
Bed wenching.
It's not bed wenching.
No. That's just
has to be a black and a white person.
That was slutting and extorting.
Slutting and extorting.
Yeah. Bed wenching is it's a sort of they ran to massa.
Now in the medieval times, there were wenches that you had in the room, and you were supposed to warm the bed for your master or warm his feet. Okay, but I don't know. It could anybody. Like wenching transcends race, right?
It doesn't.
Okay, according to you.
That's like saying that there is like a white guy's a coon. White guy can't be a coon.
White guy can't be a coon?
Nah, he's just I don't know, down with the brotherhood.
But
it's a difference, man.
Okay, I guess. I feel you.
Well, it's in a sense because of we are not the oppressor. We're the oppressed.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't ever want to you're not going to go to the side that doesn't have the power.
Okay. I mean,
so I mean, it's just
anyway. But the thing is,
know.
they're praising her, right? And she's trying to play the role as the heroine. And the thing is, she's saying that she leaked this video that was sent to her
because
of him storing coke
yeah.
to serve injustices to
and
black folks.
And that was all that was she was looking for the help of black folks.
But
now it's like you want to come back.
But in the video, he wasn't impressing anybody. Only thing he was oppressing was his brain because he was storing cocaine through his nose.
No. She was her. I'm not saying he was. I'm not saying in that sense. Put it like this. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother subject. If we want to talk about what the oppressor is and the mentality of people being stuck as to what they think the oppressor. Put it like this. A lot of people, and I'm saying, I mean, I don't know for sure for her, allegedly. Mm-hmm. Think because it's white is right. So they go into that sense. It's a mentality that some people actually have in their mind that they're stuck with that, and they want to be a part of that side. Like I said, they want to be a side of the power side. Now, not everybody that they get with, of course, is not everyone is like that. However, it's people get stuck into that thought process. It's kind of almost like, and I mean, I could go out. This will make me go into a completely other direction. It was kind of like, did you see the Dove commercial? And the whole racist issue with the Dove commercial recently? Mm-hmm. Well, in which there's a Dove commercial in which a black woman had on a shirt. She uses Dove. She takes her shirt off and she turns white.
What?
And then after that, she turns, I think, Asian or Mexican, but like
so
prior to
Dove
that,
is saying that they can take care of whatever your skin is.
This is what they want you to think.
Right.
However, if you really go into it, it's really deeper than that because there's commercials that were used prior to.
Okay.
There are commercials that were used prior in the early century, early 19th century, and further on, in which they showed blackface getting cleaned. A black person getting clean and turning whiteface after using Dove. I mean, not Dove, but soap. Okay. So I mean, it's subliminal messages that we try to just skip over and say.
In that commercial, it was blackface.
But saying,
they went from blackface to white. I understand that. Now, I completely understand what you're saying.
Here's the bigger issue, and I'll go to this. Since we gonna make it race and we gotta go.
Okay.
Here's what happens in the in other communities. You do that to some Asians. You do that to some Jewish people. Guess what? They say have an outrage about it. Okay, we're sorry. Boom. We're gonna make corrections about it. Everything. People don't say shit. You say black people say it. It's like y'all always gotta play the race card. But I mean that's what we get. So
that's true.
Like anytime that we want to say something does racialize the situation, we're told not to.
Always play the race card.
So I mean, why do we have to always catch flack about it? That's why I say it's not that I'm out here looking for something. It's just that it is what it is.
Well, only thing I will say about the Dove commercial is that's kind of borderline because the thing is they started with the black lady. She took her shirt off. Then she was white. Then another article of clothing or whatever.
And there was also
Asian,
another
Hispanic.
There was also
another.
another image in the commercial, which there was a board that said, like I think it was like clean or dirty and then clean on this side, and like I can't remember exactly. Those were the words, but in that sense, that's what it was. It was like the black girl standing here, the white girl's here. So I mean, they played with it. They played with it, and someone in that marketing room should have said. Nah, we gotta figure out how to do this differently.
I understand where Dove was trying to go, but I understand. I understand both sides. What I'm saying is this: it could have been much more racist undertones and messaging. Sing.
But okay, I got off subject because I was actually going into the mentality about a lot of people think white is right. And the reason why I was going to that mentality, I brought up the Dove commercial only to go further into it and say the Doll experiment. I know the white doll, black doll experiment. I mean, that's just basically plays into the same thing. You're fed images. When you're fed certain images and you look at certain images over and over, you start to think a certain way, and that's why you send a message that okay, this is better than that.
Only reason I say I disagree with that is because in the doll experiment, they only had black and white dolls. In the Dove commercial, they had all races.
Well, this goes to the whole mentality of the bed winching and everything. But however, like I said, you see the all races later, but you don't. Your first image is of a dark woman going to a lighter complexion. So not even if they go to other races, those other races were still lighter than that dark woman.
Right.
It wasn't like they used a light-skinned black woman and said, okay, we go to the dark woman, or with light-skinned black woman and we'll go to an Asian woman or whatnot. No, they used the darkest woman and she became lighter. It's like, get rid of that dark skin and come home on and get this lighter skin.
Could be definitely viewed like that. I can see that. But if they just only had the black chick and the white skin, I can see. I can see also if I show every race in my commercial, I'm stating that every race can clean their skin and my product will moisturize and cleanse every type of skin. I can see both ways.
I don't. I mean, it's too easy to see it that way. That's the thing.
Too easy to see it that
It's too
way.
easy to see it that way. It's too easy to be like, yeah. I mean, we don't, it's just because what it comes down to. We allowed to get ran the fuck over. And that's why Colin Kaepernick doesn't have a job right now. That's why Jemele Hill was so easily suspended.
I would say that's why our school districts are terrible. That's why I would say our neighborhoods are terrible. That's why I would say most of my neighbors in my own neighborhood don't cut their freaking grass and don't take care of their properties because we don't stick together and we don't stand up for injustices that we see. Now, in Jemele Hill's case, I believe it's just her corporation being a corporation and giving her flack because she messing up advertising dollars.
If anything, yeah, you suspend her for what she said to Donald Trump. You don't suspend her for what she said to Jerry Jones. That's my thing.
You know what I'm saying?
My thing is this.
I think it's more important things that we can come together as people. Like why the heck I can't get my daughter in a great school in Detroit? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that all of this money is being funneled downtown and blah blah?
Because a lot of you Negroes is happy that the Pistons moved down there.
That's what I'm saying. So
you said you was happy about it. You said you liked the move.
I mean, I do. I like the move.
And that money, that was
I didn't
money
like the
that was
process.
taken. That's what I'm saying.
I like the process. I like the move.
I mean, hey, if you was giving tickets, you would go, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I plan on going to a Piston game. I plan on going to a couple Piston games this year.
But that's what I said. That's why
it's not the Pistons' fault.
Well, I hear you, but at the same, I mean, kind of is. I mean, Tom Gores is the owner of the Pistons.
Well, I shouldn't say it's not the players' fault.
Tom Gores said,
I'm going
to go buy me a $30 million crib.
No, Tom Gores said, I own the Palace. I have a place for my Pistons to play already. Y'all want me to come downtown? I will, but we need a practice facility. Now, as a city, we're needing to have a conversation with Tom Gores to say, look, you can still make money. You're still going to make money hand over fist. You're going to get these concessions and things like that for making this move. And no, we're not going to take money from the fans that come and support you already.
Well, no, actually, technically, his move wasn't made until Dan Gilbert put pressure on him. So, I mean, technically, yeah, we've made noise about them coming back down to the city a long time ago, and that noise wasn't answered because they were a winning product. A winning product get people to come out there no matter what. Now that they're a losing product and no one's going out there to see them because they're losing, they decide to come back. Dan Gilbert said, hey, y'all should get back down here. First he said, whatever, manage your own team in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. As he said that, Tom Gores, that's what Tom Gores said, and Dan Gilbert, okay, cool. Next thing you know, not too much later after that, he's like, okay, fuck it, I'm coming down there. Mm-hmm. But if I'm going to come down there, even though the people don't want us down there right now because of the fact that we are terrible, we're a terrible product. I'm still, I want to come down there now because maybe that people will come see us. Not really, but you know why they think people are going to come see them now? Well, because the outlook of downtown has also changed.
Yeah.
The outlook of the city is starting to change.
It's nice.
So now, as there will be not just the fact that it's nicer, but also a lighter complected residents down there. It's much easier to move down there and say.
Shout out
fuck it,
to
you know?
my Caucasian brothers. Shout out to my Chaldean brothers. Shout out to my Latin brothers that I seen down there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see it's a rainbow of cats down there
I mean,
nowadays.
Chaldean and Mexicans have already been down there. They were already they were already in the area. I mean,
but I'm talking about you go down there. You go down there on a Saturday, and it was a lot of it was different. You would go down there. You went to State Theater, Fillmore. You went. To different clubs like things like that.
See, that was the thing. That's one of the things.
Seen everybody everywhere.
Yeah, it's true, but I would say
I'm sorry.
a lot of the things, a lot of investment and so forth wasn't put into it when those things were happening. I want to say. I mean, it was kind of more so. We see the property has gone down now. We can get these mugs up out of here. Because, I mean, some of the people are being bullied out of there.
Yes.
I mean, like some of the people that have owned businesses for years down there, who are black-owned businesses,
yes,
are being pushed away.
Yep.
But that goes into a whole nother discussion.
Completely different.
Yeah. And we're going close to an hour. So.
Oh, my God. It's like...
Yeah.
I promise we don't plan on doing it. I really don't. I
mean, an hour isn't bad. Actually, for me, I love podcasts that are longer than 20 minutes because of the fact that, like, I'm at work for, a 6 to 8 hour shift.
Right.
I'm sitting in front of a desk. So if I can listen to people talk for at least part of those hours, it helps me out with the things I'm doing. So, in a nutshell, please, share. Big time share. I mean, because even if you don't like it, somebody else may like it. You know somebody that watch podcasts all the time. They like podcasts. Tell them to watch us. Tell them how. Just take a listen. We're different. I mean, the thing is we give two different views on a lot of things. I mean, basically the whole.
It's crazy. I know this guy like his whole life, and some of the stuff he's saying, I'm like, really?
Well, I mean, because I think way outside of the box, while you stand in the safe zone.
I don't stay in the safe zone. I don't stay in the safe zone.
I'm just saying.
I don't stay in the safe zone.
I mean, if that's where you want to go with it.
I don't stay in the safe zone. I don't stay in the safe zone.
It kind of seemed like it.
Just because I don't want to be out here ratchet incorporated.
I mean, it's not ratchet. I mean, I go more so in a direction of, I would say, conscious. Less than more
anarchy.
Anarchy? Nah. See, that's what I'm saying. See, you're using the words that
I'm the system. I'm the man
that the oppressor has thrown to us.
Come on now, bro.
Those are the words.
Relax.
Next thing you know, you're gonna call me a radicalist. You're gonna call me a terrorist.
Come on now.
You're gonna be like, yeah, you're Black Lives Matter. You're
You're
BLM. That's what you about to start calling me.
Definitely not. See, that don't affect me because it's not true. Yeah. See, a lot of cats, they get upset with that. Yeah, it doesn't affect me. It's not true.
But cold coffee.
Coffee drinker where you can drink cold coffee.
You about to shout out 7-Eleven, aren't you? You wanted to.
Get the 7-Eleven app. You get one of these free every time on your 7th drink. Just saying. 7-Eleven's a great organization. That's what I'm saying.
All right. We're about to get out of here. Any updates? Anything we need to talk about? Anything we need to endorse? Anybody? Any endorsements? This is where your endorsements will come into play. Guess what? We will endorse you actually on our preview clips.
Exactly.
If you want an endorsement, hey, holla at me.
And at the beginning of the show.
Beginning of the show, end of the show.
Yep.
And in the preview clips on Facebook.
Right.
I'll actually make preview clips for you by themselves. I'm trying to get big, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel because we want to get to enough viewers where we can actually go live when we do this. So if we could subscribe to the channel, we'll be able to go live. I mean, hey, if you can't watch us live, you'll still be able to watch us on the rebroadcast. But we would love to go live and be able to actually take comments while we do it. This has been another edition of Off the Glass. I am Tony Anthony Megan with
Myron Walker.
And we're signing out.
Deuces.
Nigga.